Alright, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Camping with Shane. And today I'm super excited to announce that we are kicking off a new series every Wednesday. I'm going to be posting a new video reviewing camping gear, small gadgets, and things that really just make life easier when you're on the road. So whether you're camping in a van, camping in a car, tent, or you just want to buy some cool stuff, I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion. And to kick it off, OGERY actually sent us this rechargeable fan to check out, and I'm super stoked. I've been actually wanting to get one of these for a long time, and I'm really excited to finally check it out and give you guys my honest review on it. So let's jump into the video. So straight out of the box, this is a nice looking unit. It's very sleek, has that nice orange touches to it. Looks really nice. It has a nice control panel right here. It also comes with the remote that I am the most stoked about. And it also comes with a nice USB-C charger. And it charges at 18 watts, which is pretty good. But to give you a quick overview, you can turn the lights off with this button. And you got the light control right here, 3 different modes of light. And then right here is the fan, so you can crank it up. So it pretty much has like 20 different little modes, 20 different little clicks. This is full blast right here. It's really nice. You can also control it with the remote just by going down or up. And then you can control the light with the remote. You can turn it off with the remote. And then probably my favorite part besides the remote is the oscillation feature. So this actually has 4 different modes. It can oscillate at 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and 120 degrees. At first, it's gonna figure out where it is at. And then once it figures out where it's at, it'll start to rotate. So now I have it at 30 degrees, just back and forth, and then we can kick it up to 60 degrees. We're just gonna crank it up to 120 degrees, just max oscillation. And we can also adjust it up and down. It can go pretty much 360 degree range. So you can see that oscillation, super nice. It's nice and sturdy. It's not just gonna fall over. All right, oscillation is cool. And then you can also lock it. So if I want it to just go over there, or you can unlock it. And then and then it also has a timer mode, so you can set it for 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, 8 hours. That is super handy when you're just camping or you just want to run it for a couple hours and not forget to turn it off. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the features up here. You can also turn the blue lights off from the remote as well. So, it's still working, but the lights are off. So when you're sleeping, that's really nice because you can just run this all night. All right, now looking at from the back, one use regular USB out port, and then we got the in/out USB-C. So you can charge 2 devices off of this at a time, which is really nice. Or you can be charging it and charging something else and running the fan at the same time. So pretty basic. You don't really need much more than that. And actually, what I recently discovered is, look at that, it has a little remote holder in the back, so that's super nice. And then we can see a rough overview of what the input and outputs are like. So this has a battery capacity of 20,000 milliamps. So that is a big battery. We're gonna go over more about this in a minute, but just so you could see. And also this is the F11 model. It has they have a couple of different models of this fan. All right, so now that we've gone over the unit a little bit, went over the functions, pretty basic overview, looks good. Now let's talk about it a little bit. So some of the tests that I've done so far is I ran the fan on full blast with the battery charged to 100%, and that lasted about 16 hours while oscillating. So that's pretty good. And then on 50% power, I was able to run the fan for about 20 hours. And if we check the percentage, it's still at 75%. So I ran this fan all night last night and then pretty much all day today just on 50% power, and it still shows 75%. So you could probably get 40, 50 hours, maybe even 60 hours on just 50% fan mode. And if you're in a smaller area like a small van or a tent, this is plenty powerful. And even max power is really decent, especially when it's oscillating. I've been using it in my room, just as a replacement for my big fan, and it has honestly been doing just as good. And I can move it around really easily, which I really like. And it has the light on it, So that's been super nice just to have some extra light. And then in my van, I am also building my van right now. If you've been checking it out, we've posted 2 episodes so far. We've got a new episode coming out this Friday, framing it out. And this thing has been clutch inside. Because right now I have my power cables disconnected, my power system disconnected. So I can't use my air conditioner. So I've been able to use this, just placing it wherever I'm working. So I just have a nice constant breeze on me. So it is super nice so far. So on their website, it says you can use it for about 16 hours on full blast, or you can use the fan for 16 hours on full blast. And yep, that is pretty much exactly how long it lasted for me. And it says on the lowest setting, it can last for 190 hours, and I totally believe it. If 50% power only used 25% of the battery in like almost a whole day, like I'm sure that will last a long time. So that's really nice just to know. If you're not using it too much, you can make that battery last a long time. And as far as the light goes, it says on the lowest setting you can run it for 33 hours, and then, or on the highest setting you can run it for 33 hours. On the lowest setting you can run it for 152 hours. So that's pretty impressive, because this is a 20,000 milliamp power bank. Now you might not know what that is. So for instance, a typical phone is about 2,000, around there, maybe 2,400. So you could charge your phone like 10 times off of this. And if we do some calculations, 16 hours of runtime off of a 20,000 milliamp hour battery means that the fan on full blast pulls about 5 watts roughly. So it's really not a lot of power. So I'm honestly just very impressed with this thing. Like I said, I've been wanting to get one for a long time. I've been curious about them, but I just didn't know if it was going to be good or not. And so far, it's passing all my tests, and I've been loving it these past few days. So you can also hang it. It has a nice hanging clip that is 300-degree rotatable. So you can hang it up. You can have it oscillating. It's super nice for just, honestly, just anything. Like if you're working in a house, you know, doing a lot of work, like when I'm building my van, super nice just to have a nice fan anywhere without having to plug it in. Super nice. In the stream of air, it's like a nice stream, especially like if you're sitting on a desk and it's hot, you can just have it pointing directly at you and it feels good. Especially my house where I live is kind of just gets hit by the sun all day, especially my room. So, you know, it's pretty expensive to just run air conditioning all day, every day. So it does get pretty stuffy in my room. And a regular fan does a good job, but this thing is just, it's like a nice isolated stream towards you, and it is nice. And I can just move it around wherever I go. All right, so, and I've had this fan running on full blast pretty much, so I don't even know if you can hear it. I can barely hear it. It is pretty quiet. It's really not that loud, especially on like 50%. I've been running it for 50% all night last night, and I couldn't even hear it while I was sleeping. So, yeah. Turn it back up. Actually, I'm gonna turn it on me because it's pretty hot right now. I'm in my garage and there's no airflow or anything in here. So that's actually another reason why I love this thing. Every time I've been in the garage since I've had it, I've pretty much had it on me, just giving me airflow. Because yeah, that's something like, it's just annoying having to bring a fan into the garage, plug it in, you know, point it at you, then it gets in the way. So this thing's just, and I can charge my phone off of it if my phone is, you know, dying. So yeah, honestly, I'm loving it. So now I guess we should get into some pros and cons and kind of my thoughts in general about this whole unit. All right, so my favorite part is probably the remote. That is my biggest pro, is because you can control the whole thing with the remote. You don't even have to touch it. You could just set it and go. And then my second favorite part is the oscillation, because that is just awesome. Like, come on, I got it oscillating right behind me right now. It's so great. You can just set it on your desk next to you and just get a little 30-degree oscillation, so you just get some fresh air. It's been super nice when I'm editing videos and stuff, because I can just have a little desktop fan. And then another pro is the battery size. It is a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. That's pretty big. So you can make this thing last days, even up to a week if you really don't use it too much. You know, if you're just using it here and there throughout the days, you know, you can make it last a long time. And then another pro is just the functionality of it. Like, it is a fan, it is a light, you can charge things off of it. Like I said before, you can run like USB lights if you're in like a small van and you don't have some and you want some. So it can really be your one all-in-one system for camping. Just, yeah, lights, fan, charging. What more do you need? And then I would say probably the only con really that I've noticed is the charge time. It is 3.5 hours, which might seem like a lot, but like I said, it's a big battery. So once you charge it up, it's gonna last for multiple days, and it's really not that big of a deal. Especially if you're driving somewhere, you just charge it while you're driving, or if you're at home, you just charge it while you're not using it, keep it topped up, and yeah, I did I ran it for 50% for probably like 2 days straight, just right here on my desk, just to see him. So yeah, and then I just charged it up, and now I'm back using it again. So it's really not that big of a deal, but that is the one con that I would give it. And so the price right now is $29.99. It is on sale, so I'm gonna put some links in the description. They are affiliate links for Amazon. OGERY is not paying me or anything to make this video, but I do want to give a huge shout out to them and thank them for sending me this unit. I'm really loving it, honestly. Super stoked to have it. And yeah, I think it's a great deal because even just a 20,000 milliamp hour battery bank itself is around $40. So $30 for the battery bank, the fan, the lights. Like, come on, I think this is a no-brainer. If this is something that you're wanting to get, then I don't think you're going to regret buying it. So I totally approve. I think this is a great fan. I really wish that I would have gotten one when I had my minivan. This would have been a game changer because that's just something that I always struggled with, was lighting, airflow, and just charging up phones. So because I would always have to turn my van on just to charge my phone. So this is just I think it's a great all-around tool for pretty much anyone to add to anyone's setup. I have a big van with a power system and an air conditioner and everything, and I'm still going to be using it a lot when I'm out camping. So actually another pro is just the portability of it, really. Like, you can take it anywhere with you. I mean, within reason, but it's pretty lightweight to carry around. Like, I do a lot of digging for mountain bikes and BMX, like digging jumps, and I can totally see myself just carrying it out there with me on the trails when I'm building like a big jump, sitting there for a couple hours and just having a nice fan to be able to cool off. So yeah, overall, I love it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Trying out new style of videos, hoping the production quality is getting a little bit better. We're making steps. And if you're still watching, appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting a new episode of the van build this coming Friday on the 8th, I believe. Yep, on the 8th. We're framing it out. I've done a pretty decent amount of work on it. I think I'm pretty much done for right now. Now I'm just waiting until we get the electrical system. So I still got to finish up editing the framing video and then get that posted on Friday. And then, yeah, it's going to be, the van build's really moving quick. So, alright guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.